we're going to turn it over to her at this time. Congresswoman Sewell.
Thank you so much. You know, I always love to come to this event every year, but happy Magic City Classic. I hope all of you are enjoying and spending money in Birmingham, Alabama. It's such an honor every year for me to have the opportunity just to greet you and to say hello. I am especially honored to greet you on day 24 of the government shutdown. I should say the Trump Republican government shutdown. Because the fact of the matter is, they control every lever of government. The House, the Senate, the White House, and truth be told, even the conservative Supreme Court. So if the president wanted government to be open in a minute, he could do that. But the fact of the matter is that the House of Representatives have been in recess for 4 weeks. So the Republicans are not working. Meanwhile, Democrats are there every week. I'll be going back on Tuesday. Why? Because the work of the people still must go on. And that they elected us to do a job. And the job is to approve a budget. But not the same budget from 2024 for 2026. I'm going to repeat that. You do know we're living under a continuing resolution. So we never passed a budget for 2025. Instead, we just rolled over the 2024 budget. And I think all of you know, because one of the biggest things that I hear from my constituents is about affordability. Things have gone up. Things have gone up. And so it is simply unacceptable for us to pretend like healthcare is not important. I'm going to repeat that. The fact of the matter is, we Democrats understand that the Affordable Care Act, of which 400,000 Alabamians get their health insurance from the exchange. I'm going to repeat that. 400,000 of them. 53,000 of them are in my district, Alabama's 7th Congressional District. And the way that they pay for it is through these tax credits. And so, yes, they expire December 31st, but already insurance companies are sending out their rate sheets. And Blue Cross Blue Shield has announced that they're going to be about 20% increase in the premiums. And so the time to alert and to actually pass an extension of these credits is when the people need it. Yes. So right now they're setting the rates. November 1st will become the first day of, enrollment period. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You're only given 30 days to enroll in your insurance. Yes. And so the time to do that is now. And so protecting healthcare and making sure that we have quality, affordable healthcare for every person is important to me. I believe that it's a human right to have healthcare. That it's not just for the privileged few, but everyone in this great country of ours should be able to have access to quality, affordable healthcare. And so where we are now, we are in a stalemate. The Democrats, I didn't vote for I didn't vote for the CR back in March. Why? Because I had some good community projects that would benefit my district to the tune of $27 million worth of projects. Okay, so what I'm saying to you is I didn't vote for it in March. I didn't vote for it back in September when we and if I were there, just like the Senate Democrats are doing, I would keep voting hell no. The fact of the matter is that we have no power. The only power we have is to represent the people. And I know that people are hurting. I went out to the Birmingham Shuttlesworth Airport on Friday, bringing Chick-fil-A to all of the employees, TSA, the air traffic controllers, the Homeland Security. These are folks who are essential federal workers, so they're working without pay. I know that that is a hardship. I know that that is a hardship. So we want government to be reopened. But the only way government will be reopened is when this president sits at the table with Democrats and negotiate a reopening of government. He's too busy right now building a gilded ballroom, right, for $300 million and flaunting that when people who are working are not getting paid. And then on top of people who are furloughed, people who are considered essential, so they're working without pay, they want to fire 10,000 people. Who is running this asylum? Really. It's incredulous, actually. And you know that Barack Obama had just done half of what he did. I mean, just what, if he did what this president's doing just one day, he would have been in jail. So there are definitely different standards. But I want you all to know that your Congresswoman is going to stand firm. I'm going to stand firm for the people. I'm going to stand firm. We have to protect health care. I mean, that big ugly bill, or whatever they want to call it, Trump's bill, that tax bill that made permanent all of these low interest rates and low tax rates for corporations and the wealthy, they made those permanent. The little bit that you may be feeling that you got in your taxes this year is only temporary. Tells you who they really are working for. But you all know that bill, Trump's bill, actually, it cut the largest cut to Medicaid in American history, $1 trillion from Medicaid, $500 billion from Medicare. It is estimated that 17 million Americans over the next 10 years will lose their health care. So when you couple the loss of Medicaid and Medicare, and then you top that with the tax credits that make it affordable for folks who want to buy health insurance, it is a disaster. It really is. But it's a disaster of their making, and we are ready any day, any place, to sit down with our Republican colleagues and the president to get government open again. We don't believe that the Speaker of the House and Thune, the Senator leader, have the power to do anything, because this president will override them, and anything that you negotiate with them is for naught. So, how do we know that? Because last year this time, actually it was last year in December, we negotiated, they call it the four corners. So you got the four corners. You got the Speaker of the House, Hakeem Jeffries, the minority leader. You got the Senate leader, Thune, and you got Schumer. That's called the four corners. They voted, they agreed on a bill that Elon Musk totally obliterated in a tweet. And this president stood up for Elon Musk. So, I don't know, you've been fooled one time, you're not going to be fooled again, are you? So until this president decides to get engaged, I am so sad to say we're at a stalemate, and unfortunately, this government shutdown will persist. The other thing I wanted to talk about is preserving democracy. I think all of you know that this administration, from day one, came in weaponizing diversity, equity, and inclusion, trying to rewrite our history, right? They have attacked, in my opinion, everything, an assault on being black in America. An all-out assault. And we're fighting back. And when we collectively fight back, we can win. I think all of you know that initially the Air Force stripped the Tuskegee Airmen, the whole discussion about the Tuskegee Airmen from their manual. But we spoke up, we spoke out. Even Katie Britt, I told her, I said, this is proud Alabama history, not just black history. And we cannot stand it. So when you push up on them, and you know you're right, pushing up on them, they do capitulate sometimes. But I can tell you one thing, if we don't stand up and fight, we won't win. We won't get anything. You know that. And so on the horizon is a threat to majority-minority black districts. I know you know that this seat that I am so honored to hold, I'm clearly not the first qualified black woman to have this seat. But this seat was created because of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. It was created because the dilution of the black vote mattered. Alabama, we had, 27% African American voting age population. There are 7 members of Congress. We had only 1 seat that we could even, come on now. And 14% representation, last time I checked, is not fair when you represent damn near 28% of the population. So I am pleased every day for the past 10 months to have with me another African American in Congress. I mean, this is the first time ever in the history of our state that we have representation by 2 African Americans at the same time. And we want that to stay. Now, we know that the Milligan decision, which gave us this extra seat, said that Section 2 was alive and well and the Voting Rights Act was alive and well. Well, I had an opportunity to sit in the Supreme Court to hear the Louisiana case a month ago. It's going to come out June, their decision. But everyone thinks that the reason why they granted cert, the Supreme Court granted cert, is because they're looking to make the argument, and this is what their argument was, because it was brought by 4 white Louisianians who said that the consideration of race was not, the Equal Protection Clause of which is 14th Amendment, it was unconstitutional to consider race when drawing the lines. Now, let me just say, if you are trying to remedy racial discrimination in voting, you gotta talk about and do something about race. It has to be race-based. If the discrimination that you're trying to solve is because of that. And so the Voting Rights Act of 1965, Section 2, gives us the ability to show a result. If the result of the voting law or practice or map is to discriminate against African Americans, then the remedy has to consider race. Doesn't necessarily have to be a majority black district, but it should be damn close. It's an opportunity district is what is promised us. And so we need to pray, because I truly believe that the 62 African Americans that make up this the Congressional Black Caucus would not be there. I mean, we started off in 1973, 13 members, 1 woman, Shirley Chisholm. She brought her a folding chair. She sat at the table and told them what they needed to do. But that was 73. Today, we are 62 strong. And if they're coming for the congressional seats today, if they do away with Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, they're coming for the county commission seats, they're coming for the state legislative seats. Come on now. So, protecting our democracy and preserving our democracy is critically important. So I want to end by just saying to you all that I know that Magic City Classic is an opportunity for us to fellowship, but I hope that this year we will hold tight the legacy, 84 years of this game. But it's 84 years of this community. HBCUs are critically important. And we're fighting every day to make sure that we're doing our part. I hope you know that. I serve as vice chair of the HBCU Congressional Caucus, and frankly, it's still one of the few bipartisan issues in Congress. We have Republican members of our caucus, we have Democratic members of our caucus, the Congressional HBCU Caucus. So that's the positive I'm leaving you with. I'm also leaving you with the thought that no matter if you're rooting for the Bulldogs or the Hornets, I hope that you will take full advantage of all that Magic City has to offer, that we will drink deep from knowledge during this session, because it's critically important for you all, best practices for you all commissioners to work together. I'm going to say that again. It's so important that you work together. It is critically important that you work together. We're all singing from the same hymn book. It's much easier to fight. You know that, right? And so what can you do to help me? Let us know if there are grants that you were entitled to and they're now rescinding the money. Let us know. Because we can only fight to get it back if we know about it. And when I say us, I mean me and Shamar. I know we may not represent y'all, but we represent y'all. You know what I'm saying? You may not be in our district, but we're standing up and going to fight like hell for you. So let us know if that happens. Frankly, I think it's illegal. I don't understand how grants can be authorized by Congress, appropriated by Congress, and those grantees actually made applications and were chosen to receive those funds. And now he's saying we can't? How is that even legal? No, and it's working its way through the court system. So that's why it's so important that we make note of all of the rescissions, is what it's called, rescissions that we know of. And so, look, whether you're rooting for whoever you're rooting for, the Magic City Classic is a special time. It's not just a game, it's an experience. It really is. And we are blessed here in Alabama to have a rich legacy. And that legacy includes a legacy of determination, persistence, resilience. I know it seems hard, but this too shall pass. This too shall pass. So best wishes to everyone. I want to end on a positive note. Go Hornets, go Bulldogs. Go Hornets, who's the Hornets? Go Hornets. Go Bulldogs.
Now you know my daddy and my mama went to Alabama State. And I have such fond memories of getting to stay at the Tutwiler Hotel. I don't know what happened to this. That's okay. Of getting to stay at the Tutwiler. Y'all know what the Tutwiler Hotel is. Bomb diggity. And we not only got to stay there, but my daddy would splurge and get a suite. And my brothers and I, y'all know the twins. Now they were bad as hell. They would take it. You would think that we'd never seen the elevator. They go up and down, press everybody. And so every year the elevator at the Tutwiler would mysteriously be broken, Sheila. That's because the Sewell twins got to the elevator. And my mom was like, oh my God, we're not going to be able to stay here next year. But they let us stay the next year. I say that to say that this is such a great family tradition. And so I hope that you learn all y'all can and work together during these sessions, but that at the end of the day, that we as a community really take advantage of the fact that this is 84-year tradition, an amazing legacy that we're leaving future generations. And we will continue to fight in Washington, on the ground, in your counties. But let's not let them steal our joy. Let's not let them steal our joy. So have a good time at the Magic City Classic. Thank y'all.
About the music, baby. Shit, man, jam.
To be here, and thank you for doing this year after year after year. You know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We actually know that people are getting diagnosed all throughout the year. So we should be aware of what's going on with cancer 365 days out of the year, right? So I just want to say the leadership of Wonderland Band making sure that in the midst of this amazing Magic City Classic, y'all having fun, Magic City Classic? Come on, y'all can do better than that. It's the 84th annual Magic City Classic. 84 years is a long tradition. And it's more than just a game. It is truly an experience. And it's been made possible by so many sponsors, but by you all. People come far and wide to celebrate Magic City Classic. And so whether you're rooting for the Bulldogs or the Hornets, I hope you take full advantage of this amazing opportunity, Magic City Classic, to really show our HBCU pride. Now, are we proud of being from HBCU? You know, for me, this is a special personal time. My
My dad and mom both went to Alabama State University. My dad was captain of the football team in 1961. And my brothers and I look forward to coming to the Magic City Classic year after year. We would stay at the Tutwiler. You couldn't tell me nothing. The Tutwiler, we would get a suite at the Tutwiler. And my brothers, who are twins, I know y'all know my brothers, badasses, they would actually literally take the elevator up and down, up and down, up and down. Broke the elevator. But they still welcomed us at the Tutwiler. Listen, I just want to let you know that I'm fighting hard for you every day. Today is the 24th day of the government shutdown. But I want you to know that the House, the Senate, the White House, and even the Supreme Court are controlled by one person. And so this is truly a Trump government shutdown. And I know that things are hard. We were out at the airport authority on Friday giving lunch to the TSA and the air traffic controllers because we understand this is hard. But I also want you to know that you sent me to Congress to do the hard stuff. And to speak up and speak out. And that's exactly what I'm doing every day. And when it comes to cancer, I want you to know I lost my mom to cancer, pancreatic cancer. But to turn my pain into passion, I have found amazing innovations that are out there that screen for more than just the cancers that we have screens for today. Up to 40 different cancers can be screened. It's expensive, but my bill, the multi-cancer early detection bill, that bill will actually give it to, make it free for our Medicare beneficiaries. And when we do that, when the federal government actually reimburses for it, the price will what? Go down. So I want you all to know that I'm fighting every day for you all. Just when I want to hate a Republican, he introduces my bill this Congress because Republicans are in charge, and he asked me to look at the bill before he introduced the bill. And I said, it's the same bill I filed last Congress, right? He said, yes. I said, well, I trust you. File the bill. When I looked down, he had named the bill the Nancy Gardner Sewell Multi-Cancer Early Detection Act. We want to make sure that cancer is prevented early. We know that. Early prevention is the key. And to all the beautiful survivors that are out there, will you stand up if you are a breast cancer survivor? Stand up so we can give you a round of applause. If you're a survivor of cancer, period, stand up. Stand up. Isn't that amazing? A lot of survivors. Or as the pastor says, thrivers. I like that. Thrivers. So listen, in closing, I want you to know that as long as we are alive, we should make sure no one can steal our joy. So no one's stealing my joy. I am happy to be here among you all for Magic City Classic. I want to thank Wanda one more time for always doing this great event to celebrate. We actually are celebrating breast cancer survivors.
And she's gonna let me get this outfit. That's what she just whispered in my ear, Vanessa. She said I can have it.
Sure can.
Oh, that was too quick.
Thank you all, and happy Magic City Classic. Enjoy the game. Alabama 7th Congressional District. Every time I get low, because we are in a government shutdown, I think about the fact that it was here in the 7th Congressional District that brought us the Voting Rights Act of 1965 and the Civil Rights Act of 1964. We come from an awesome people. And 84 years of the Magic City Classic, that is not only about a game, it is about a legacy. So let's enjoy both teams. Good luck. Although, my mom and daddy went to Alabama State University.
That's right.
But they met in Huntsville on the hill.
Where you were conceived.
And bought their first house.
and born.
And bought their first house in
I work
Huntsville.
on the campus.
It's all good. You know what? No matter what, we all win. We all win.
Well, until midnight tonight.
Yeah, it's over then. Yeah.
Now y'all talking smack.
Y'all get a quick picture.